Hello there. The topic I wanted to talk about is about starting small, because one thing I have been struggling with is I would have like a very big, amazing idea, and I thought, let's go do that. But then you start with the idea. Like, for example, making an animation. But then I have an idea of a huge, big, awesome animation project, and I will make this. But then, when I start, I often don't know where to start, how to start, and even if I know how to start, I often get completely overwhelmed. Help. And I get stressed out, and often I will blame myself for it. So I would say in my head something like, oh, I'm not good at doing animation, I suck. But that is not true. The problem is I have a very big idea, and my expectation is, oh, that will be easy. I can totally do this. While it is a very big project. And for example, animation is difficult because you need to draw. That's one skill. You may want to make a thumbnail for the video. Well, that comes last most of the time, but then you may want to do some nice composition. And even if you know how to draw and how to make a nice composition, there's also colors. What colors do I want to use? And how to animate. How to use animating software. Oh, missed the T, but whatever. Lol. Yeah, how to use the animation software. Because, well, this is just drawing software, but there's a lot of different tools you can use, and all those different tools can be even more complex, complicated, and you don't need to use all of them at once, but altogether it gets really messy. So you got all these, and there's even more different things that come to animation. Sound design, how to make your own sounds, or you find them online, and then you need to edit all the parts together and stuff. It overall, whatever it is, it can get quite complicated. And when you have this big idea, I'm going to make an animation project about a monkey adventurer in space, and he will have all kinds of adventures. Oh, and now I also need to have a story. That's also important. And it shouldn't be a very simple story. I want my story to be very special. It needs to be very original and special. And it needs to be a good story. I need to like it. And you see what's happening here. It gets really complicated, and I get overwhelmed. Help! I suck. I can't do this. And that was also basically the same thing for starting this channel. I created the channel way before I uploaded this first video, like months earlier, because I had this idea: I will make self-help, self-acceptance, you know, that kind of videos. And I will make animation videos for it. And it will be amazing. I will have these nice stories that symbolize problems I'm going through, and it's all very symbolical and helpful and all that stuff. It's going to be amazing. But then, how do you even start something like that? And what I'm trying to say, sorry, I get a bit distracted, confused, and all the stuff I want to talk about. But you can start with a big project. It is possible. However, you will need to be okay with that. Maybe my drawing is okay. My thumbnails may suck. My composition may not be good either. The colors, they're okay, but not perfect. Like, so you have to make some compromises. Even if you want to start making a big project, you should know that it will take a lot of time to develop all these different skills. So if you want to start with a big project, you need to be okay with, well, okay, drawing is good. This is going to be okay. You don't need to do everything right at once. But what I really would suggest is to start small. Really start small. So like I could make a big giant animation project out of this, but I could also just draw, talk live to you, and whatever comes out of it, that will come out of it, so I don't need to write a script that's totally perfect and amazing. I can just show up, tell my story, and if I miss something, well, so be it. And I just draw live with you. Well, it's not live, but just in one recording, no cuts and stuff. And yeah, I'm just thinking, I don't even know why I was drawing this right here. But anyway, the drawings, it is not like this very drawing is the most amazing picture I have ever drawn. It is totally perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's just to help bring the point across. At least I hope it is helping. But anyway, it's a nice thing to try, right? Alright. So I start this channel out small with one video. You do just one video, don't make it big. Don't have an amazing script that is totally perfect. I don't even need to have a nice thumbnail. Well, I'm already experienced with making thumbnails, so I might make a good looking one. But don't make too big of a deal of it, because every time you practice something, so let's see if I can draw something to help. If I try one thing once, it will only be this, but the next time I try, I add a little bit up on top of it, if that makes sense. But at least every time I do it, I get a little bit more experience, and it starts to get more comfortable. And the next video, I will feel more comfortable and more experienced. And if you just keep practicing one bit at a time, don't start out with, I'm going to make this video this size, It will be totally amazing. But just start small, keep adding up on top of it. And if you do this for 100 times, or I don't know, just keep doing little bit. Before you know, you get something big. While you only started out with one small step. So that's it. That was what was on my mind today. Well, there's a lot more on my mind today. I'm thinking a lot all of the time. But I want to just get some of it out into the world. Because it's not good for me if I keep thinking and thinking and thinking. Because the more I think, the less I do. But it also is good to get my thinking out into the world. And maybe you... how do I say that? Maybe you get something out of it. That's my hope. Alright. I hope it was useful. And see you later.